creating a syllabus, the first thing we're going to do is cover all the different parts that you can possibly add. You're going to love all this. On the top part here, be a little basic, the example. We have music, the name of this step, and what part it is. So this here is going to be the leader part, but this one also includes the slight loophole we can do is the natural opposite, which as long as the lady or the follower is doing a natural opposite, you're good. Most of the technique or things like that are based upon the individual, how they move, so it shouldn't take a lot for a lot of people to figure out what they need to do. This is mainly to save space, to avoid a lot of just silly redundancy. So the first thing we have on the far left is your step number. That's just a normal sequence of numbers, 1 through 100, whatever. The count number is based upon how many beats of music are being used for this one weight change. So is it 2 beats or a slow beat, a 1 and, a 4 and, cha-cha, whatever, yeah. The alignment is mainly for line of dances or traveling. Okay, if you're not really traveling, you don't really, like swings, rumbas, cha-chas, they don't go anywhere, so there's really no line of dance. So in the smooth line of dance, you'll just be, especially Foxtrot Basic, just move line of dance, LOD, or look out dummy. Turn has an asterisk. We'll get to that here in a minute. Basically how much turn should be done. Some steps will have a natural inclination to turn, and you can put that down. Footwork, that's very crucial. That's how your weight leaves a foot and enters a foot. So is it a heel lead? Is it a toe lead? Is it toe release? Toe heel, toe go, blah, 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 right? Foot position, this is in base. This position is based upon your support foot, okay? I've said this before, each foot has 13 different places it can be put in relationship to the other foot. So when you count the man and lady together, that's 26 different places you can put your foot, or if you just want to look at yourself, depending on how you're moving, yeah, you got about 26 different foot placements. Component, this is so you can, once you learn this step, you can just review it quickly. So it's just, you know, the walks, 2 walks and a chasse. That's all you really need to know. And the notes that the leader should probably, this is my recommendation, you teach them how to do the foxtrot drift. You have them face diagonal wall, line of dance constantly. They're just slightly off from line of dance. Then every time they do a side together, it puts them back on the line of dance. So it's a little sawtooth pattern, but it works really, really well. And on the bottom, you'll just put down whatever notes that you need. Now here we're going to get into where the leader and the follower is going to be a little bit different just because of all the alignments and everything else. So here, step number, count number, they're going to be the same, but you're going to see on this alignment a lot. And the alignment and the turn are kind of tied together. So if you have to choose, the alignment takes precedence over the amount of turn, because the amount of turn gives you the alignment. So it's a lot easier just to memorize the alignments, diagonal center, line of dance, and you end diagonal center against line of dance. That's your max turn. But if you're trying to teach people, they don't really particularly care. You know, if they're in the middle of the floor, they're not moving line of dance, so you just teach them how to, you know, turn. So if you don't want to move, you teach them the turn, 1/8 to 3/8 turn left over steps 1 and 2. If you're trying to teach them how to move around the floor, yeah, you do it that way. Footwork, I didn't do the rise and fall because you know, I forgot to add that in there, I think. Yeah, it's kind of a style anyhow. If you dance correctly, it has a natural rise and fall because of drive and drift. So I don't think I need to really describe rise and fall. Okay, and foot position, same thing. This one now is going to include follow through, because the amount of turn that you're doing can be extreme, and you need to make certain that you do follow through for your turn, and you don't try to turn on your side step. Okay, don't turn while taking the side. Move yourself to the side. If you have to close your feet, a little bit of turn at the finish, that's okay. That happens a lot. But really, most of this turn is going to happen between your first weight change and your second weight change on the follow through, and then the components: left change step, right foot change step. Turn is dependent on alignment and the starting alignment of the legs. If you're trying to teach line of dance, this is a great pattern to learn, because you can't do two of them in a row, because you'll end up against line of dance and you'll be moving against line of dance. So it's a great thing to teach people, so that way this is the reverse turn, or the reverse box, and so you can teach them the natural turn or the right turning box. And when you alternate those two with alignments, it just moves on down the floor and passes people. And that's your introduction to a syllabus.